Oh, hi there. Welcome back to another video. Today, I want to talk about one of the biggest stories in 2023, and I wanted to throw my hat into the ring. This video may be a long one, but dear God, there is so much information that I'm going to kind of give my thoughts on, but I'm going to be linking Muda and Karl's videos in the description if you want to go check it out. Highly recommend it. I'm going to get angry in this because I don't like it when people commit charity fraud. I really don't. So let's continue. If you're like me and you hadn't heard of the Completionist, aka Gerard, then basically he makes videos on completing video games 100% and also runs a charity event called Indieland, which happens roughly around about once a year, which raises money for Gerard's foundation called the Open Hand Foundation. He raised over $600,000 and then didn't donate any of the money for around 10 years, and only now, since getting called out, donated it really quickly because he felt the pressure, and we're going to hear it in his own words. Now, it's great for charities to get so much money in one go, but the main kicker is if it wasn't for Muda or Karl, then I think that this money would be sitting in an account for however long, and Gerard would be lying and probably sucking up to some big companies. I am going to try and not get mad in this, but I am literally not going to promise anything about how this scumbag lied to people, lied to his friends, lied to companies so he could get big boy points, that he could get a pat on the back from every single person that he talks to, and I'm guessing maybe get some free stuff to kind of, give away or to get people to sponsor him. But all of this makes me angry because of what he's done. What I want to talk about, though, is some of the new stuff that's come out and some of my thoughts on this piece of shit. First of all, I can't stand the attitude of Gerard. To me, it's like one of those guys that says, hey, I'm not like any other guy out there, then spots you a 20 when you need it, and then complains about not having any money, comes back every other day, says like, hey man, like I kind of need that 20. Like if you've got that 20, that would be absolutely fantastic. And then constantly comes back until you've paid it. And then it's like, oh man, like let's go get drinks. But since he's already allegedly committed charity fraud, then this guy is just a fucking piece of shit, and I can't stand him whatsoever. Anyway, there was a call between Muda, Karl, and Gerard over the time where we found out that the money was sitting there. Let's listen to what we have right now, and I'll give my thoughts on this.
Yeah. Did anyone tell you?
You were notified that the money was sitting there the whole time?
I knew it was sitting there at a certain point, and that's what made me proactively go about it. Like,
do you know when that point was?
I was made aware in 2021 when the money hadn't moved yet, and that's what made me go, "That's not fucking cool." And that's when I got personally involved to move it. And
did anyone?
2021 last year, 2022.
Yeah. Did anyone tell you that the money was going somewhere before then? Were you being misled?
No. No one told me anything. I assumed that it was all going to a charity, and I assumed incorrectly.
What really baffles me is that Gerard, I think as soon as he had this call, knew what was up straight away. Gerard was saying that, he was going to move the money due to the pressure. Now, what we know, Gerard found out 2 years ago that the money was just sitting in the account. He had been saying that it's been donated. When you found out, you should have been asking these questions straight away rather than just hoard it like a dragon when he has his gold. Like, it doesn't make sense. You would have done it rather than say every year for 2 years, mind you. After that, going like, man, all the money that we've got is going donated to this place, is going to that place. You knew exactly what it is and you lied. You fucking lied just to get some more pats on the back, to get some more big boy points. You fucking could have done this a lot sooner rather than be like, oh, no, the money needs to go somewhere and we have to do our research. I can understand a year, but 10 years? God damn this. One thing that gets me really angry is the fact that Gerard admits that he wouldn't have donated if Muda and Karl hadn't pressed him on this. It shows to you you're not a good guy. With thinking on it, I reckon you wanted to save it till you got to 1 million and then say, we donated around 1 million, and then stopped what you were doing so that you'd get those big boy points, and people were thinking you were the legend. Now, all of these good boy points have now gone, and you've tarnished your name, and you've tarnished the charity. All the way through this, he keeps bringing up the passing of his mother, and it's really sad. When you lose a parent, it's absolutely really hard, and you don't know what you're doing. But the way he keeps bringing this up, that he keeps saying that he's doing what he's doing for his mother, and that is very important. And the fact is that you've been using her as a shield so that you can have things deflect at times, so that when people kind of press you against it, you have people go like, oh man, don't do that. His mother passed away. He's doing this for his mother. Really? It just shows that you are using something to your advantage, and it's horrible. It's fucking sickening, and I can't believe you keep doing this over and over again. Jared made an apology video, which to me was more like, hey, don't blame me, I'm not the one at fault. But he keeps, again, bringing his mother up all the time. And this, again, is a main tactic to make someone feel sorry for him. Hey, everyone, feel sorry for me because of the passing, and I'm a good guy. Look, hey, I'm a good guy. Hey, hey, hey. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because it's horrible and sickening, just to make sure that you are aware that you will feel sorry and hoping that you will forgive him. Let this slide, and then he can continue to do this again and again. And if he gets caught out, then he will make sure that you know what he was doing, all of this in his mother's name. People like Gerard that does this is fucking horrible, and it shows that they don't give a shit, that they want your sympathy points and donations. In his apology video, Gerard says that he has a lot of receipts and can show them, but when you look over the video, he doesn't show anything that could have stopped Muda or Karl talking about this and be like, hey, no, this is all the receipts. And again, he would have been the biggest person to show all these receipts to stop anything on this. But no, he didn't. Instead, he talks about what people already know and then puffs out his big boy chest and says, I'm suing people for finding out what's going on. Although he talked to Muda and Karl all the way through what was going on and didn't even say anything like that. He wants to puff out his chest. He wants to make sure that people don't come after him because he will sue.
Furthermore, my family and I are in serious conversations with our legal teams regarding next steps, as the allegations that have been made with complete disregard for the truth of the matter. These allegations were made by individuals who self-admittedly aren't even financial or legal professionals. These allegations are slanderous, and we believe were done with selfish intent. They have directly jeopardized the safety of me, my staff, and my family, and that is not okay.
The last thing I want to do is ruin the legacy of my family, of my mom and her memory, especially because this is such a personal thing for the last 25 years of my life. I'm not trying to be like, do you guys want money to help me hide this? It's not what this is at all. I'm just asking from a humanity perspective of like, if I am the target of this, I have 20 mouths to feed. I have sponsors. I have a business. I'm trying to make video games. I'm trying to get out of content creation so I don't have to worry about YouTube anymore and do better things in the world. And I just know, because of my track record of things like G4 exploding, me being friends with JonTron when he was a racist, I've been a part of Pro Jared, pulling one thread about the charity thing is going to upheave my entire life in a way that scares the living crap out of me. And I don't want to go home tonight and tell everyone, hey, there is a gigantic thing coming to claim my career, and you all have to close down and find somewhere else to do. I know this is shitting me to say this. I'm not trying to ask for sympathy or anything, but this kind of stuff, I mean, I've been following your guys' stuff for years. The stuff with Billy Mitchell, Karl, the stuff that you've done, Muda, with tons of content creators over the years. There's no nuance to this. People are going to see this and they're going to immediately go, that Gerard guy who's been nice to a bunch of people actually isn't very nice overall. Fuck him. Let's get rid of him. And that's the thing that I'm terrified the most, because I don't have the power or opportunity for that. That's not in my control. I've got nothing in my pockets to do that. I have nothing. And so that's just where my head's at. I just want to be able to create content and do good in the world. And this is just going to, even if I survive this somehow, even if this is like, people are like, well, whatever, that's how it is. Yeah. It's going to take the passion out of what I do. People aren't going to trust me ever again. I'm not going to trust myself ever again. and I'm just going to walk away from all this. Like, this is like me being like, great, so I'm out. Not just of content creation or being an online personality. I'm just gonna stop. I'm just gonna disappear and start over and never talk to anyone ever again. And that's the spiraling that I've been dealing with the last 3 days of talking to therapists and doctors and just figuring this whole thing out, because I knew this was coming a couple of days ago because of the email, and I'm like, well.
Nope, I think you DC'd. Give him like a minute.
Yep.
Your feelings got hurt, you got called out, and this is the only response. Literally, Muda and Karl showed so much more of your receipts than you will ever do, and you got fucking butthurt. It's also a stupid move because they have more receipts than you right now, and if this goes to court, you know you're going to look bad, and it's going to look absolutely worse when you come back online and go, oh, sorry guys, like I tried my best, but the trolls got away with it. Your reputation is going to be destroyed. But we're not over all this, but all of this just really makes me angry. When we hear in the call that he was ready to donate everything at the time, he was in the call with the others, it really makes me think that all his words from this.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So as of now, the money, as far as your understanding, that $660,000 roughly is still sitting in your, like, that charity account, waiting for a benefactor at the right time.
I mean, as of this week, we've been having conversations about moving it as early as today or tomorrow, just because the pressure I got from you guys, if I'm being quite honest. Not that I was trying to save face, but like, this is a private fight that I've been dealing with for months with my family. And I even told my family, hey, this is the last Indie Land I'm ever going to do, because this is the 10th year anniversary of my mom's passing. And when I kind of found all this information out, I was very unhappy with what things were going. And, you know, the ramifications of this are going to be massive for everything I've ever done in the space. And
you should be ashamed, Jared. This fucking makes me angry. It fucking does. Like, even writing this video makes me angry. Fucking hell, it makes me angry. When you hear all of this sort of stuff coming from him, then you think that they are working 24/7 around the clock to make this happen, and yet it's all lies, just to make him look really good in the eyes of the public and to get more kind of point on Twitter or wherever, so that if anything like this happens, then people will stick up for him because they don't know the full extent, or they just think that people are attacking this nice guy who raises money for charity. It's such a bad tactic, and Jared has used this so well, but it's not working, because I know from when you look at stuff on Twitter right now, or even in probably his YouTube comments, all of this isn't working, and people are finally seeing what he's like. When I heard all about this sort of stuff, and when people were saying like how much of a nice guy, how much of a good guy he is, it kind of reminded me of like how he wants everybody to know his name out there. And it reminds me of Norm from Cheers, when he enters the room and everybody knows his name.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Ben on me?
You know how to make it sound tempting, you fast talker. Well, I'm back.
Oh! What'll it be, Normie?
Transfusion with a head on it. You need everybody?
Norman?
Tell us what you know, Norm.
Just to be on the safe side, I'm going to throw in another allegedly on this one. But it's interesting to hear that Gerard was like, people are saying I'm embezzling money, which isn't the case, and that bits, merch sales, YouTube subs, super chats, and all that was going to the charity. Again, have a quick listen to this clip.
These accusations are the result of bad math and missing information.
And yet, I was correct, and Gerard admitted this in his response.
Income from Twitch subscriptions and bits, along with merchandise, have offset some of the production costs. So to say the money is missing is simply wrong.
This was shocking to me. Does Gerard not understand that he is admitting to embezzlement here? To be clear, a charity using donations to cover expenses isn't illegal. It's totally normal and common. But that's not what Gerard did. Gerard lied to the public and said that this money was going to charity and that he wasn't touching any of it.
You can do bits, you can do subs, you can actually donate money. If you are more like, I want a material thing, you can do a shirt, you can do a coin, it all goes to charity. It's all great. Bits, subs, YouTube memberships, or YouTube super chats, anything that supports us is going to the foundation at the very end.
As a reminder, all bits and subs, including Amazon Primes, go towards the charity as well. So it's all a pass through, all going for a good cause.
Gift subs, memberships on YouTube, super chats, all that goes to the charity as well. And hey, if you want to get a t-shirt, all of the proceeds from the shirt also go to charity. Income from Twitch subscriptions and bits, along with merchandise, have offset some of the production costs.
And not only did Gerard say this many times, it was plastered on screen during the entire event for multiple years. What you need to understand is that Gerard isn't a charity. He is an individual. When you give a bit or a sub to his Twitch channel, you aren't giving money to charity. You're giving money to Gerard. Gerard said, "Give me money in the form of bits and subs, and I will give that money to charity." He told his fans and people that look up to him, "Entrust your hard-earned money to me, and I will give all of that money to the Open Hand Foundation." But you know what happened when everyone gave Gerard their money, assuming it would go to charity? Gerard said, "Fuck you, I've changed my mind. I'm going to spend that money on something else. I'm going to spend that money on something that directly benefits myself." This is again textbook charity fraud and is the literal definition of embezzlement. Some might say, but Karl, Gerard isn't spending money on himself. He's spending money to fund Indieland. But Indieland is Gerard. It's his event, run by his company, streamed on his Twitch channel. Of everyone in the entire world who benefits from Indieland, it's Gerard who benefits the most. He gets the Twitch followers, he gets the media attention, he gets to mingle with game developers and celebrities, he gets all the credit. And do you really think that everyone who subscribes during Indieland instantly cancels their subscription the moment it ends? Gerard taking donations to pay for Indieland is not only him spending donations on himself, it's him paying for something that he directly benefits from.
Another big topic is going to come up with restricted donations, and I know people are going to be talking about it. Then why are donations restricted? Like, why would you be restricting other people's money? Why have you done this? You know, to me, if I was donating $20, $30, $40 to whoever, I would imagine that that money goes straight away, not kind of be like, oh man, we have to hold on to this until whenever. Like, it's really, really fucking weird. You know, I don't see the charity Children in Need on the night go, hey guys, we need to have at least 10, 15, 30 million pounds before we can give it, but we're going to keep this in our bank account. It's not how it works. So in case I forget, if you know a charity that you want to give money to, give it direct. Don't go through people like this. Why not have this all set up to go to charities straight away, that you can donate and the money would go to that selected charity that you want to give? You know, again, you say that you were going to give it to multiple people. That never happened, did it? You gave it all to one place. Again, donate to the proper charities, not through people like him. The main thing is, after watching Karl's video, it said like last year in 2022 that you had $655,520 in your account, yet you only donated $600,000. Why wouldn't you want to donate all of it? If he knew about the money sitting there 2 years ago, that's not fucking cool. It's weird how you donated it all now, seeing as you mentioned it was restricted. So does that mean that that restriction just disappeared overnight, or was it always the account? That doesn't make sense. I wanted to also talk about this clip. This makes you look so bad.
I'm not trying to be like, do you guys want money to help me hide this? It's not what this is at all. I'm just asking from a humanity perspective of like, if I am the target of this, I have 20 mouths to feed. I have sponsors. I have a business. I'm trying to make video games. I'm trying to get out of content creation so I don't have to worry about YouTube anymore and do better things in the world. And I just know, because of my track record of things like G4 exploding, me being friends with JonTron when he was a racist, you know, I've been a part of like, you know, Pro Jared, like pulling one thread about the charity thing is going to upheave my entire life in a way that scares the living crap out of me. And I don't want to go home tonight and tell everyone, hey, there is a gigantic thing coming to claim my career and you all have to close down and find somewhere else to do. I know this is shitty me to say this. I'm not trying trying to ask for sympathy or anything, but this kind of stuff. I mean, I've been following your guys' stuff for years. The stuff with Billy Mitchell, Karl, the stuff that you've done, Muto, with tons of content creators over the years. Like, there's no nuance to this. People are going to see this and they're going to immediately go, that Gerard guy who's been nice to a bunch of people actually isn't very nice overall. Fuck him. Let's get rid of him.
So I want to break this down. Again, you use your family to make Muto and Karl go, oh, maybe we shouldn't release this, so that you can make them feel sorry for you. Then you say, hey, I could pay you guys if you want, which again is a huge no-no. The fuck? The gall to say that this could be hidden makes you look even worse. Then you go on about how people are working for you and that they will lose their jobs and everything's going to go down. But saying that you had 20 people shows that you wanted to make Muto and Karl go, shit, maybe we shouldn't do this, because other lives are being affected. And that's fucking shit there. That is fucking manipulation. Oh shit, maybe we don't release this video because we've got to give, you know, we want people to have their jobs. And then you go on stream later and go, hey guys, we've got Indieland coming back and, you know, all your donations, blah, blah, blah. It's just a fucking horrible, shitty fucking tactic. And it annoys me so much. But then you also bring JonTron about his past, pro Jared as well. So you think that you'll make Muto and Karl think about them. But the fact is, you're trying to deflect this to them. You're trying to deflect this to make people kind of focus on them. You're throwing your friends under the bus just so you can get away. And that is not a nice guy type of thing. I think you just don't give a shit and you think that this is fine. Winds me up. Fucking winds me up. You're more worried about how people will see you from now on. This nice guy to this fucking piece of shit who lied about everything. You just wanted to save your rep. That's all you wanted to do. This entire thing shows me that Gerard is a horrible person. He gets angry and threatens bitch tactics when it comes to suing someone. Oh man, this fucking pisses me off. Lies upon lies upon lies. Anyway, what are your thoughts on this? What do you think about it? Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next video.